Hello and welcome back to the tutorial on robotic process automation using UiPath. In this session, we will try to understand the concept of do-while looping. So let us consider this example of do-while loop, wherein we will be building a workflow which is going to ask for even number. Okay, so we will be asking the user to enter a number, okay, and we will be checking whether it's an even number or no, okay, and the program should continue to ask for the input till the user enters an even number, okay, until and unless the user inputs the even number, the program should keep on running. So the purpose of do while here is it should keep on it should keep on asking for the number repeatedly. Okay. So let us jump to the UiPath Studio and see how we can implement this. Okay. So I have already created a sequence here. Okay. So the first and foremost thing is I'll just drag and drop the do while activity. Okay. So let me drag and drop this do while activity here in the canvas. Okay. So we should be repeatedly asking the user to input the number when the user is not inputting an even number. Okay. So for that, let us specify the condition at the first place. So before specifying the condition, we should have a variable in which the value that we are reading should be stored. Okay. So for that purpose, what I'll do is I'll create a variable. Okay. So here I have a variable created already, that is number, with int32 as the variable type. Okay. So let us use this variable itself. Okay. And let us specify the condition in the condition box. Okay. So here I'll say number and then mod 2 is not equal to 0. Okay. So this is how we specify the condition here, which is not equal to. Okay. So if the number that is inputted by the user is not divisible by 2, it means it is an odd number. That is when we should keep on repeating the stuff in the body section. Okay. Or we should be repeatedly asking the user to input the number. Okay. So this is the condition that we should specify in the do while. Okay. So now the next task is to ask the user for a number. Okay. So for that we will be using the input dialog activity. I'll just drag and drop this. Okay. So let me give a title here. I'll say number, and let me give a label here. I'll say enter a number. Okay. And then the value that we get from the user should be stored in some particular variable. So number is the variable that I've created and I'll be using it here to store. Okay. So now the next task is to check whether this given number by the user is even or no, or you can say even or odd. Okay. So for that again we need to write a condition to check whether it's an even or odd. Okay. So for that let us use a simple if activity. So let me just use the if activity here inside the body of the do. Okay. So here I'll specify a condition for checking whether the given number is even or no. Okay. So number, and then again I'll make use of this mod 2 is equal to 0. Okay. So if the number mod 2 is equals to 0, it means that the given number is divisible by 2, or you can say it is an even number. Okay. Otherwise it is not an even number, or in fact you can say it as odd number. Okay. So in the then and else block, we should be able to display a message. Okay, so for that I'll be using a simple message box activity in both of the sections. Okay, yeah. So here in the then part, I'll write a message that write it's an even number. Okay, and in the else part, I'll say it's an odd number, and I'll say try again. Okay, yes. So fine. So repeatedly it is going to ask the user if the given number is odd. Okay, so let us run this and see whether it can work for us. Okay, so the debugging has started again. Execution has started now. Okay, so now it is asking you to enter a number. So here I'll say 15. I'll say okay. It says it's an odd number, try again. Okay, I'll click on OK. Again, it is allowing you to enter the number once again. So this time I'll say 19. Okay, and say OK. So again it says it's an odd number, try again. I can even input a little larger number. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and say OK. Again it says it's an odd number and try again. Okay, so this time I'll input an even number, let's say 20, and say OK. So this time it says right, it's an even number. Okay, so this is how we will be making use of do while loop to loop through and check for the condition and then repeatedly execute the set of statements or set of activities. Okay, so the purpose of do while is it will execute the body of the do at least once if the condition is not true in the first place. Okay.